Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I just wanted to do a little review of the cards I'm going to be sending in for my first time for grading. And I was going to go with PSA. I've always, anytime I've ever picked up graded cards, I've always gone with PSA. However, I just, the wait time and the cost to get them done and everything else, and when you put it against going to CGC, I just like CGC better. And I gotta admit, I like the black instead of the red at the top and the label better. But so I'm gonna be sending these into CGC, and so I just wanted to kind of do a little video where I can kind of just look at these and get an idea of what I have before I send them in, as kind of a reference, so that when I get them back I can have this as a reference for it. But anyway, so starting with this one, this is the Pikachu in the gray felt hat, or the Van Gogh Pikachu. This is the one that was a promo card that the Pokemon Center did, and I made a video on it where I had the box come in, and there was a lot of controversy. Some people weren't getting theirs, so I did mine, and obviously I got mine. But so we're gonna go ahead and just look at the pretty much the edges and the corners, and just so we can have this documented, just in case they come back in a different condition or a different card, or if it's just some kind of situation where it might be needed. I'm not going to guess on grades. I have no idea. I'm not even trying to get all 10s. In fact, I'm going into this thinking in my mind that I'll get all 9s. I do have a couple vintage cards, and I'm sure those are not going to get 9s. And there might even be one or two in here that might even get 8s. But most of these I pulled myself straight out of the packs, like this one. And this is my Charizard from the Celebrations, and I pulled this out of my first pack out of the Celebration packs, out of the EBT. And yeah, this one was a really nice one to pull. It was in really good shape. But I just, like I said, I kind of want to just kind of document the condition. That way if we get it back and it's a weird grade and I'm looking at it and I see something and I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't there. And then I can go back and look at this. But yeah, it's a really great card. Okay, and then next I've got this one. So I pulled this one out of a Paldea Evolved, I believe, booster box. And yeah, so this one was a fun one to pull. And all these that I've pulled, I have videos for them. I don't know the order of my videos, so they may not be up yet. Some of these might be out of order, so you might be seeing some of these before you even see the videos of me pulling them. But I just wanted to get it documented. Okay, now I can see a little white spot in the corner there, right up here. And also, I noticed on this one, you can kind of see the white glow right up here. So the way they cut it to where it has a white spot right there. Because like I said, I pulled this freshly out of the pack and put it straight into a sleeve and was super careful with it. But so this one for sure is going to get a 9. I mean, maybe an 8. I don't know. That's up to them. But it's not going to get a 10. We know that because it's got those couple of spots back there. Now, one of my other heavy hitters, which is starting to lose value now because they did a reprint of the Crown Zenith, is this guy. And yeah, this was another fun one to pull. I pulled this one out of a Morpeko V-Union playmat case with the boxes. It had 6 boxes in it. It had a sealed case, and I wanted to try out a case to see if you could get one of these kind of more valuable cards opening a case, and I did. I got one. Yeah, this one looks to be pretty good. I don't see really any kind of wear or anything. I guess that's just light the way it's sitting on it. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah. Then this guy I bought in a somebody's binder collection. So they had like they had not necessarily binder, but they had like 18 cards, and they were selling them all in a lot, and so like 2 sleeves worth of the binder, and I went ahead and bought the lot for $60, and this guy was going for $40 at the time. He's like $43 right now, and yeah, I thought this would be a fun one to get graded. Plus, I got all those other cards in there that I could add to my eBay store, selling them raw. Now this guy, Darkness Blaze, he is not going to get a 10 for sure, and not because of his condition. What is that? I got something in the bag. I need to take that out and clean that. Hold on real quick. Is that in the bag? It was. Okay. Let me just get a new sleeve real quick. I just want these to go as clean as possible when they go in. That way, at least I did everything I can on my side to make sure that the cards went in the best condition that I could have them in. I can't help what grades they get, but I can at least help the condition before I send them in. So anyway, so looking at this guy, the reason why I say he's not going to get a 9 and maybe even an 8 is because you can see the off-centering. So he's really off-centered. It's really thin on this side compared to this side. But as far as condition goes, I mean, there it is. It doesn't look bad. So I got him for $17. He's going for about $27 right now. So I just wanted to get him. He was one of the main chase cards a couple of years ago when I was into Pokemon collecting them. So it's kind of cool to have the one you couldn't have back then, even if he is not in the best condition. I hate when a little dirt gets in there or whatever that is. Little dust. Anyways, so yeah, this one right here I pulled also out of that Morpeko V Union case. So this was in the first half of my opening, and then I pulled that gold card in the second half. And yeah, looks to be in fine condition. I don't know about the centering. Like I said, I'm not trying to judge these right now for grades. I just want to have it documented. The condition that they're in, because I just barely cleaned them. Like with this, all I did was just lightly went over any spots like on the backs of them and stuff. Anywhere where my fingers were touching to put them into the card or into the sleeve, I just gently, to make sure there was no fingerprints. And then I put them into a brand new sleeve inside there, a penny sleeve thing. And then these are all brand new card one savers or whatever, card saver ones. So so they should be as clean as possible going in. Not that I cleaned the cards. I didn't scratch them up. I didn't like rub the cloth on them. I just took, if there was any fingerprint spots as I was putting it into the thing, I just went over it real quickly, lightly. But that was something that was recommended on one of the sports card traders. They were talking about how to send them into PSA, and they had one of the PSA people there, and they were showing the way that they do it, and they just lightly go over it to clean any kind of fingerprints. And mostly for the chrome type cards, but these are all in sports, but these are also that kind of hologram, cards that pick up fingerprints really easy. So that gold card right here, I pulled out of the Paradox Rift, I think, or the 151. I can't remember which one. And then this obviously came from 151. And let's see how it is. Yeah. The cards are, they're all pretty clean. They're all, because they were all pretty much freshly pulled by me. All these ones came out of, I had 2 UPCs, and that's where these ones came from. These Giovanni's Charismas, they came out of my UPC boxes. And again, like this one's kind of off-centered a little maybe. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to give me. I'm going into it expecting to get all 9s out of this whole thing. Again, this is one that I bought off of eBay. So it was hard to tell if it was centered or not through the pictures. I did the best I could, trying to source the cards on eBay without being able to see them in person. It is not the easiest thing to do, but I think this one came out pretty good. And like I said, if they all come back as 9s, here's how I look at it. All right, we're going to look at this card, for example. This is my second one that I pulled, okay? The first one that I pulled was not that centered as this one. It was a lot more off-centered. And so I didn't want to try to send that one in for grading, even though I do love this artwork, and I think that it's going to be one that people are going to want to get. But my point is that this card right here, let's say it sells for $11 raw. If I send it in to get graded at CGC, and it costs me another $11, okay? So now we're looking at $22. So let's say this card sells for $25 on eBay. Okay, Now, I basically will get the same amount that I would have gotten if I sold it raw. However, it's protected. It's a clean sell. There's no returns. There's no people saying it's a fake card. There's no people saying it came damaged or it wasn't in the condition that it was stated in the listing. There's and it's just a fluid, perfect way to sell the cards. Not only that, some of the cards might be undervalued, and I may not list them yet, and I might hold on to them. And then when the value of them go back up to where they should be at, where there's a little bit of a premium, because think about it. This card's $11, okay, and it's sold as near mint, okay. You're getting one that's from a grading company that is guaranteeing you that that card is original, that it's, yes, a mint card, guaranteed mint, and that it's protected. It's not, it's inside there. It's not going to get damaged from hand to hand and this and that. There's a lot of things like that. So for that alone, not only should you be able to charge like this, like I said, this $11 and it costs $11 to get it graded, so $22. You should be able to charge like another $5 or $10 or $15 on top of that as a premium because you went through that whole process to get that done for whatever collector out there buys this. That's how I see it. Now I understand that it's not that way right now, maybe, and it's just everybody's trying to go to the lowest dollar. So that's why I'm just going to wait on a few of the ones that come back and just hold on to them. But the ones that I feel like I can get a decent return off of them right away, they're going to go right to the store. And so this one came out of the Charizard Ultra Premium collection. And now this one, I noticed it has a little white spot in the corner there. And I think one right up in this corner. Maybe not. Yeah. So this one is definitely not going to get, and it's a tad bit off-centered and thicker down at the bottom too. And so this one's probably going to come back as a 9. But this one's the most valuable one out of the 3 cards that came in the UPC. Now this is the metal card of the Mew, and I've got 2 of these because I've opened 2 of the UPCs, and I thought to myself, everybody should be getting 10s. It's a metal card, right? It's not, but no, check this out. So this is the one I'm sending in, and this is the one that I received in my second box. Can you see the gold outline on it? Where this one you can't, it's perfect. This one, it's all kind of like, you can see it, then you can't, then you can. Yeah, this one right here is off-centered. It's not done the way this one is. And so I didn't realize that these could be, so this one's my one that I'm going to send in, because if it's a 10, you can get a decent amount of money for these things. So I'm going to send in one, plus it's the first metal card I ever had. So that one's going in. This one is from the EX premium box that they put out recently with the little stand in there in the sleeves. I got 3 of these, and these things, because I buy them through the mail, I don't go get them at the store, so I don't have a chance to pick and choose which one has the best centering. So it's been really hard for me to get one of these that are centered. This is the most centered one that I have. So even if I get a 9, this one sells for about $9 to $10 raw, and if you get it at a 9, I mean, you can make a premium even above your cost of grading it. So that's why I'm going to get this one done. So yeah, just to document. So this one has a little bit of white up in the corner, and like I said, this one is already off-center too, so I don't expect this one to receive a 10. But I just want to document the ones that are perfect, just in case they come back with something. Now this one right here, I pulled one, and then I also bought one in that lot that I bought. Now it looks to me that corner is a little white compared to maybe the others, so that one might prevent it there for sure. But it should come back as a 9. I mean, there's no other real damage, but. So that one's one right here that I may wait on, because I have 2 of these, and maybe I'll put that slot for another card. Okay, good. That was just on the thing. So this one's in a lot better shape. This one doesn't show any sort of wear on it. So let's just look at that. Yeah, this one looks good. This one appears to be good. Rocky, stop! My dog's been licking his arm and keeps doing it till it gets raw. He's got to stop doing that. Okay, so this one right here is out of the new, I think the 151. I think I got this one out of my last UPC box. And yeah, it looks good. I don't see any problems with it. And then this one came out of, I've also pulled 2 of these out of Crown Zenith. and one of them was too off-center to send in, and then this one was a little bit better centering. Still maybe a little off, but it's a lot better centering. But I really like this card. So what I'm doing is because I'm getting them graded for like $10.70. So I'm not really too concerned about them coming back as high grades. I'm not trying to make a whole bunch of money or anything. I want to have some of these just because I think that they should be graded. But I want to show you guys this one. So see that swirl right there? It's got one of those little swirls. And then I think it's got like a couple of swirls on this one. But I know it's got that one right there. And I think there's one more over here somewhere. It's hard to show it on the camera. But I just thought this one was really cool. So this one came out of my little brother's collection. And so I'm not expecting I don't expect any kind of grade. I mean, whatever kind of grade they give me on these is fine. But this one seems to be pretty clean. I looked at the surface. It looks pretty well. It's a little bit off center. Now this one right here is his Charizard, and this one I do not expect a high grade at all on this one because it's part of the binder collection that he had and from his childhood. So I mean it's pretty clean, but then you get to the back, you can see that it's got some wear along the edges. Yeah, down there especially some chipping, whatever. Not the worst condition. It's not all chewed up. I mean, so who knows what it'll get. But and then here's his Blastoise, and this one's actually in really, really good condition, and it's centered really well. This one, it has a little bit of edge wear on the top up there. Rocky, you gotta stop. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta watch him because if he licks it and gets it raw, it'll get it'll make a mess. So I've got to make sure he doesn't lick on it, and it's kind of hard because I live by myself, and so when I'm trying to do these videos, he takes advantage of it because he's pretty smart, so he knows that I'm busy. And anyways, so this one came out of the UPC for the 151, and now this is like the cheapest card. Like it's not worth very much money. Come on, focus. It's not worth very much money raw at all. But it's one that if it's graded and it comes back in a decent grade, you can sell it for a decent amount. Looks a little top heavy in the centering. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, this is my first time sending cards in, and I'll probably have a learning lesson and be like, okay, now I understand. And now it's not worth sending this in, or you got to go through trials, and you got to figure things out that way to know what works and what doesn't work. And there's no better way to do it than just to get it done and do it and to learn. So that's what I'm doing with this. And I picked the best ones that I could that have the best value, that I feel like have the best shot at getting at least 9s, possibly maybe a 10. This one came out of the new Paradox Rift. It was in that binder set. This is the other one that came out of that UPC for Charizard. And I really like this card. I want the one with the Mewtwo really, really bad. And I was hoping to pull it out of the Crown Zenith packs. I do have a case coming in today of Crown Zenith, so maybe it's in there. Let's just hope, since I've already pulled the gold card. But anyways, these ones have, again, white in the corner right there. So I don't expect these to pull very high, but I just want this one graded. I even left out one of the Charizard ones from there because it just wasn't centered good enough. This little guy right here is not worth very much money, but it's just such a cute card, and it's centered really nicely. And I just feel like that if this one can get a 10, then it'd be worth it, because then I'm sure there's people out there that want this card. There's girls out there that probably collect cards just because of the artwork and have a little collection of them and stuff like that, and whatever. And so, and I say girls because it's kind of a girly one. I mean, come on, like it's cute, right? It's cute girl. This is Charizard. Charizard's awesome. That's why I say, probably some girl, but maybe even a guy. I don't know. I have it. I like it. I don't know. But anyways, this guy came out of the EBT for Obsidian Flames, and yeah, this one right here is the only one I have. So I want to get him. I want to get him inside the plastic, inside of the grading. So even if he doesn't come back with the best score, can't be on the card. So let me just see if I can. No, the card's clean. Yeah. Yeah, the card's clean. So, anyways, we're almost through it, guys. I'm almost through my little list here of cards. And like I said, this is just so I have something for documentation for myself when I go back to, you know, with the graded ones when they come back. Okay, and then yeah, this one came out of my Obsidian Flames booster box opening, and I just really like the Nintendo feel of this one, and because I'm a kid from the 80s, right? So anything Nintendo-like, and then also Pokemon was created by Nintendo, the Nintendo game and all that. So yeah, so I like that one. This one, she came. She's from Paradox Rift, I believe, but she came in that that set that I bought, that binder set. And like I said, I got a good deal on that because I got it for $60, and the dude that I got it for, he's going for $40. And then this one, I just feel like this is another one that has the really nice artwork that people are going to really like down the road. Now, again, I don't know. I'm going to get these back. I'm going to find out what grades they get. I'm going to see if they're worth selling. If they aren't, then I'll hold on to them maybe for a while. But and then maybe never grade cards like that again. Only go for the big fish cards. But I just wanted to just get some in, see what happens, get some inventory, some graded cards in my store. This one was one I bought offline. On eBay. And I just I had this when I pulled this one out of packs back in when I had Breakthrough or whatever it was, Breakpoint, whatever it was that came out of. And I just really, it brings back nostalgia for me. That time period, 2015, 2016 is when I got into Pokemon. And so that's my nostalgia time. And but anyways, it's in really good condition. Really, really good for the age and for what it is. And I mean, for any card, really. And then here's the last one. And this is why I got the other guy, because I wanted to have the two of them together. And I wanted to be able to get them both graded and sell them as a set. And yeah, they look good. So I think I did well. I think that there's a few that are off-centered and a few that have a couple little whites in the corners or along the edge. But for the most part, I think that there's some really good prospects in here and that I did really good. So I have one card left I'm waiting on. It's a Rayquaza from, I think, Silver Tempest, and it's like one of the most expensive ones in the set or something. And so once that one comes, then these will be all getting sent off to CGC. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there with this video, and I make new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.